behind her, even though it protested with a rusty squeal. She needed it shut. For later. The light stung her eyes. Before her, a weird Eden. Stunted trees, yellow-green grass struggling up through dirt, a thorny bush clawing its way out of the moat. The boy was wrestling the bush now, hacking at a green branch with a hunting knife. The dog supervised from the scant shade of a broken stump. The boy stopped mid-hack to look Lake over, head to boots, eyes sharp like he expected her to have a weapon, which she didn't. Well, except desperation, which was still no match for a hunting knife. He didn't seem surprised to see her. Lake took that as a good sign. He must know that he didn't belong in this place. He must know someone would come to take him away. He didn't say anything. His hand shook. "Your dog invited me in," Lake finally said, trying not to stare at the knife. "He said something about lemonade." No smile from the boy. No one appreciated humor anymore. He wiped sweat from his brow with his free hand, which was still shaking. "You're wasting your time here." "Probably. But what's new?" He was half a foot taller than Lake, and, had a knife. Seemed distraught. Lake inched backward. "You live here?" She looked around at the new grass and the gray dirt that must have once been completely covered in greenery before nuclear winter. The exhibit was so much bigger on the inside than it looked from the outside. "I've always wanted to go inside a tiger pen." "Most people don't. That's why I came here. Safer." He went back to struggling with the bush. "Safe from what?" "People who might want to rob me, beat me up, ask me lots of questions while I'm busy." Lake smiled. "That last bit was a joke, wasn't it? What a relief. I was afraid those didn't exist anymore." He turned to look at her again, eyes half lost in overgrown hair. He frowned like he didn't know what to make of her. Lake pulled her shirt away from her sweaty back again. "How long have I been here now?" "Don't rush it." "No tigers around?" she asked. "Just its bones." He gave her an uncertain look. "I buried them." Lake's stomach shrank. She glanced at the grass-studded dirt, at the boy again, his troubled gaze. He'd bothered to hold a funeral for a tiger. There was something promising in that. "Nice of you," he shrugged. "Every time I looked at those bones, they made me think of..." They both knew. Death. The war. Impact fires and nuclear winter. "Didn't you hear? That's all over now." Lake looked up at the gray-blue sky. "The sun's out. The actual sun. Grass is growing, and all tigers are buried." He gave her a brief smile. She felt it like warmth from the sun overhead. "There must be better places to camp out than a tiger yard," Lake said. "Seems lonely here." "For one thing." The smell of mud and sulfur wafted from the swampy moat. The boy nodded at the dog. "I've got him at least. Found him wandering." Lake moved toward the dog, and this time it let her put a hand on its head. So nice to feel fur and floppy ears, to see its pink tongue. She missed dogs. "You ever think of leaving?" She took a step toward the boy. He stood straighter, his collarbone jutting, like he didn't want her to come closer. "I'm rushing it." A folded blanket lay on a log nearby, along with a metal cup and a pocket tin. Lake nudged open the tin. Inside lay 2 cherry-red cough drops. "Are you saving these?" The boy eyed them like he might pounce on her if she took one. Lake couldn't think of anything she wanted less. She'd only been curious. "Yes," he said. "What for?" Lake asked. "My birthday." "One for you and one for the dog?" The boy shrugged. "One for me and one for... whoever might come along." Lake's heart sped up. This could work. She could do this. "Just been waiting for someone to wander into your tiger yard?" she asked. He turned to the bush, wielding his knife. "First, I went to my house, to look for my parents." The branch he'd been working at finally separated from the bush, like a leg at a joint. He tossed the thorny mass into the moat. They weren't there. A bruising pain blossomed in Lake's chest. "I searched my own house once. It was horrible inside. Everything covered in a layer of dust like a new hide." The boy nodded. "All the food in my house was expired. Only the cough drops."